Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by. My name is Razak and welcome to this channel. Here I'm going to be recreating sport visualization project and I'll be giving you a step-by-step guide on how you can also recreate it by yourself. On today's video, we'll be creating an average team position visualization, show you the steps on how you can get the data and how you can also use Tableau to visualize it. So we'll be using Python to get the data and we'll use Tableau to visualize this data. My aim is to create something as similar as this. This shows England's average position against Denmark. With the average team position, we can see each individual player's average position during the game and the overall team structure and team shape all through the game. For example, in this game, you see Harry Kane was down into the midfield line. Without further ado, let's hop onto Python and I'll show you how you can also get that data. Then you save that data as a CSV file and we can work with it in Tableau to create the beautiful visualization. So here we are in Python using Jupyter Notebooks. So here we can be able to get our data, then we export that data as a CSV file, then put that in Tableau, then we plot it as X and Y, the X and Y coordinates. But before we start, I just want to, let's try and get the steps. We first have to import our libraries. Then we have to get the match URL. For this one, we're going to be using SofaScore, so we have to go and get the SofaScore URL. Then from there, we scrape the data. Actually, scrape the data. After we scrape the data, then we now have to filter for needed data. And last but not the least, we export it as a CSV. Yeah, so these are the really 5 major steps we have to do for us to be able to get the data we need to plot the average position. So the libraries we will need are going to be, we're working with pandas because we're going to be working with data frames, so we have to import pandas. Then we're going to import this tool called Scraper FC. Scraper FC is a really good tool to get match data from major sources, like major websites. So if you're interested in getting match data, like make sure to join their Discord, and also there will be a link to the documentation down below where you can also, like, you know, check it out and get your data. From there, the next step is to get the match URL. I'm going to, let me just put that here, get the match URL. This is pretty straightforward. We just go to SofaScore, head over to SofaScore, and we get a desired match. For me, what I need, I want to get the Man City against Brentford game, for example, because we just simply go to SofaScore, copy the match URL, Ctrl C, then we store it here as a string, match URL. Yeah, that's it. Then what we have to do now, we have to scrape our data. So since we're using SofaScore, we have to save that. SFC, this is just the process for Scraper FC. This is how you just have to work with them. SofaScore, we call that. Then this is the scraping itself. This is the scraping point. So we scrape. So you see a lot of things we can scrape. We can scrape heat map, the match momentum from that game, and each player's average position, and so much and so on and so forth. So we pass in the match URL and it returns a data frame. Voila, a clean and clear data frame that we can use for our analysis. So we have the name, the position, jersey number, average X and Y coordinates where we plot it, then we take that, we plot that into Tableau. So yeah, we don't need all this data, we only need for Man City. So what we can do is we can filter our data, we take out Brentford out, we only keep Man City, and we only keep the columns we need. So let's do that. Firstly, we have to save this as a data frame. Let's save as data frame. So let's filter for just Man City. Data frame where the team is equals to, I don't want to copy that in case I make a mistake, so let's just copy it from here. Man City, beautiful. Then we have just Man City, so that's good. Now we can save that as a data frame on its own. Man City data frame, just like that. Then next thing we have to do We want to filter for just the columns we need. Back. So Man City data range. Yeah, as you said, we need the name. We need position, the player position. We're going to need the jersey number. We're going to need the X and the Y coordinates so we can plot that on the graph. And team is not necessary, to be honest. Yeah, so we're going to need all these 5 columns just so we can get something like around this nature, right? Yeah, so this is how it's going to look. Beautiful. Then we can save that as let's say full data frame. Beautiful. So the next step we have to do, we have to export it as a CSV. Am I missing anything? We import the libraries, get the match URL, we script the data, which is this, filter for needed data, and we export as CSV. Nice. So full data frame to CSV, which is, this is what the beauty of pandas, you know. So we'll do let's call this city average position. Oops, sorry for spelling. .csv. Then index, specify index equals to false. Then we run that. Beautiful. So now this has saved as a text file, as a CSV file in my folder. So yeah, let's head over to Tableau now and we do the visualization. Okay, so here we are, we're in Tableau now. We can get our data. First step we have to do, we have to connect to our data. You go to your data frame, where you store your data frame, where you store the CSV file. This is where I stored mine. We just open that. Then we literally see what we just had. The name, position, player name, the position, jersey number, and average X and Y coordinates. Beautiful. This is exactly what we need. So let's open a blank canvas. So the first thing we have to do, we have to plot the X, Y. Firstly, we want to have this as a dimension so we can be able to see each point. Just like that. But this is not enough. We have to clean this. We have to add a background image. Let's add a background image to this just so it can show like, okay, this is an actual pitch. So to do that, we go over here to map, background images, average, and get this to click on the data source. We add image, we browse, then we have to add a PNG file, or like it can be any image. We add an image which is going to be our background. In this case, I created this file, I created this, so you can, I'm going to attach that below in the description, so feel free to download this and also so you can recreate yours. Choose that, we open it. So now what we have to create, we have to provide the X, Y, like the left side, the max left side and right limit of the image so it can be scaled properly. So this depends on your data provider. So in StatBomb's case, it goes from 0 to 120, I believe. And yeah, so every different provider has different like limits. For SofaScore, I've kind of worked with this data before. So it's 90 minus 1, left minus 1. So this left side for the average X, this X side goes to minus 1, and the right limit is 96. So it's going to be the right limit here. And for the bottom part here, it's going to be 0 on the Y, and the top is going to be 95. So we just apply that, then press OK. Good. So we see we've gotten our background image. So now what we want to do, we want to scale everything so we can see it. Or we can literally, we go down here, we do a custom one. So you want to be able to fit everything into the frame. So we just give it a little bit of space. Let's say we do -5, the left -5, and the right side will be 100, just like that. Then we also apply that to the Y axis. So let's say we're going to use -5 here too, and we're going to use 100 here too, just so everything fits into that. Good. So now we can get rid of this label, these axis labels. Good. So we roughly see the image. Actually, let me make it a circle. So make it a bit bigger. so we can see each, you know, each point on the graph. We can tell this is the goalkeeper, and we're moving from left to right. Beautiful. So let's add more information on which player is which. So we can put let me put the jersey number. We're just going to put the jersey number for now. To be able to, let's make the jersey number, we want to make it like this, so the number is on the circle. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go over to alignment, then move this vertical down to middle, just like that. Over there. Here we have a problem, is overlapping, so we can just allow labels to overlap, which is good, which is totally fine by us. Let's increase the size a bit more. Let's change the text. Let's increase it a bit more, then we can make it better looking text. I like that text more. And also let's give you some Man City colors, some light blue. Look at that, beautiful. But we're not done yet. You see, this is kind of like the scale is going for ours is going kind of, it's this way, and we want it going up this way. Want it vertical. So what we have to do, we have to flip the columns and the rows. With this simple button you can do that, so we don't have to drag it up and down. So you can just swap rows and columns. So it's just like this. But we run into a problem. With that, when we swap them, that means this axis is swapped. So the players who play on the right side is now playing on the left back. Like, as if you know, this is Kyle Walker plays on the right. So we have a problem. Now we have to reverse that so that this side is over on this side. So to be able to do that, we just, let's show the header. Oh, sorry, not that one. It's just a simple, we just have to go to the scale here, then reverse it. And just like that, everything is fitting there. We are all good. Good. And we can hide this. And here we go. We have something looking like this now, where we're moving from down to up instead of left to right. Okay, beautiful. So this is just first part where we have created the plots and showed each individual player's position. Now we want to get the squad list, and this actually, before we do that, we also notice that we have all the players, which is so much information. Like, this is not visually appealing. It doesn't give us any information. So we want to actually have the starting 11. Let's say we want to just have the starting 11 instead of everybody that played. So to be able to do that, we can filter that out, considering the fact that we know every player. Or we can just do, we can go to SofaScore, let me pull that back up, then we can get the list of every player who played that game. So we'll just filter that out by going to name. We put the, just go again, put the name here, select all for now, then show the filter. So we have Edison, we have Rico Lewis, Akanji, John Stones, Kyle Walker, Gundogan, Kovacic, Savinho, KDB, Jack Grealish, and last but not the least, Erhan. Look at that. Now we have Man City's average position against Brentford, and what we can observe from this is that Man City pressed Brentford and eventually won the game. But yeah, moving on to the next one, we want to achieve this. We want to get the squad list with the player number and the player name. We don't necessarily need to have the circle there, but yeah, let's just get into that. First, we want to put the jersey number in the rows column. So we have the rows. Each row has their jersey number. Then we want to insert the player name in the text. So it's the matching, so everything is matching like that. Let's try and expand this a bit. Let's fit the height so we so we can see a bit more. Good. But let's try and like sort it out so that the goalkeeper is first, then the defenders are next, midfielders, and to do that we can just put this over here. Then we can do a custom sort. Then we sort it manually. The goalkeepers go up first, defenders next, the midfielders, then the forward, just like that. Then what we can do, we can just hide this, so we don't need that data. Then we can also remove the rows, just like that. We have this list, but we just have to customize it a bit. What we can do, we can edit this, we can make it bigger, bolder, centralized, Centralize that. Good. Also with the players' names, we want to be able to see that like clearly. We can also make that let's make that medium actually, not semi bold. And we can give it a let's give it 15. 15 is good. Let's see the entire view. Just like that, we have the player name and their number. Good. So this is good. Well, we now have to bring everything together. Line up. We bring everything together in the dashboard, which is the beautiful part of Tableau. You have so much freedom to like move things around, design things how you want, yeah, and let everything work. So what we have to first do, we need to create this text, average team position, create that text, then we have these two graphs and put them all together. Okay, let's try and like increase this width a bit more. I think this is fine. Then increase the height, just like that. First things we have to do when we come to Tableau, we have to just put an empty container. I like to add some then we want that. This is where the text will go. Then we're going to split this one just like that, just like that, and we're good. Also, let me add a flow padding here just so it looks beautiful, looks visually appealing. First thing we can do, we can add a text here which says average, actually centralized, average team position. Then this is Manchester City versus Brentford. Beautiful. We can increase it a bit more. Let's make this one big and bold, very loud, so whoever is looking at this can tell what we're plotting. And let's make it black. We can also make, let's make this one's big. Let's make this one 20. Let's say 20. Not so big. Then we can make this blue just so we know which side is which. We can make this, let's make it medium. Let's make this one, yeah, make it black, just like that. Big, bold, just like that. And we have that. Now we can just drop in average position. We can take off the title. We can leave this out if you want to be able to add the player. We're going to leave that there. Then we can also add actually let's take this out because we're only interested for now, we're just interested in the starters, so let's just take that out. So yeah, so we've achieved something like, let's take out the title. We can also do some more formatting. We can remove the blue banding. We don't want shadows, none of that for both the banner headers. We also don't want the lines, we don't need that, so we can take that out. None, just like that. Oh, beautiful. And yeah, we've kind of achieved what we were looking for. This is what we're aiming for, and we've gotten somewhere there. Look, beautiful, man. It gives us so much information, But yeah, I hope you guys found this very informative and you're able to recreate this. Let me know if you have any problem recreating this or if you want me to do any other one. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below. I'll be sure to answer them, and I'll be dropping a new video next week, same time next week. I'll see you guys. Give me some suggestions on what videos you would like to see on the channel, what other projects you like to see. I have one coming on passing networks, which is really something that a lot of people don't use in Tableau. Yeah, I have that one coming up soon. I have a lot of recreations I have to really do too. Make sure to subscribe to the channels to keep up with everything I'm posting there, here and here out. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and stay safe, take care, and enjoy a beautiful week of football.